Warrior Wisdom Wednesday. That's the theme for today's Coffee with Alain. I have my wisdom cup. I have my Korean warrior type shirt. Got this at the War Museum in Seoul one year. And I have the book Warrior Wisdom by Sammy Franco. Going to read a few passages from it. Just randomly going to pick some things like I've done before and discuss a few quotes. Enlighten you with some warrior wisdom this Wednesday. Before we do that, thank you to everybody that comments and shares and listens. Really appreciate all of you. And don't forget to sign up for the newsletter. EnjoyLifeSafely.com. Email, name. You'll get another email that you have to confirm, double opt-in. You'll get some information on situational awareness immediately. You'll get 25 safety and self-defense tip ebook, and you'll get the newsletters with information on staying safe, enjoying life, being exceptional. So go sign up for that right after this broadcast. Let's look at some warrior wisdom. Just going to open this randomly. See what we can find. I cannot forecast to you the action of Russia. It is a riddle wrapped in a mystery inside an enigma. Winston Churchill. Sort of makes sense. We can't forecast the actions of anything, really. We don't really know. We can try, but we're not always going to be right. Good morning, Jay. Good morning, Vicki. Appreciate you showing up and saying hello. One should never forbid what one lacks the power to prevent. Napoleon Bonaparte. One should never forbid what one lacks the power to prevent. Now think about that and how it might apply to something in your life. Brian, a training partner, Apketo student, good friend, he enjoyed the movie Napoleon. I have not seen it yet, but that's a movie on my list to see. You know, if you've seen it, let me know what you think. Another one by Napoleon. In war, there is but one favorable moment. The great art is to seize it. That's not just in war. That's in just about everything. There is but one favorable moment. The great art is to seize it. We need to seize every great moment we can. Very good life lesson. Appear at points which the enemy must hasten to defend. March swiftly to places where you are not expected. Sun Tzu. That's a good lesson to think about. Appear at points which the enemy must hasten to defend. Sort of surprise them, make them have to hurry to defend that place, and then march swiftly to places where you are not expected. We can apply that to more than just fighting in war. In business, go to places not expected. Have products, services that are not expected, that meet people's needs. It is much better to tempt fortune where it can favor you than to see your certain ruin by not tempting it. Machiavelli. It is much better to tempt fortune where it can favor you than to see your certain ruin by not tempting it. Machiavelli. That's an interesting one when you think about that. There is timing in everything. Timing in strategy cannot be mastered without a great deal of practice. Miyamoto Musashi. And that's so important in the martial arts. Timing. You know, a friend of mine, Wim Demir, wrote a book on timing. I think that might have been one co-authored with Lauren Christensen. I forget just off the top of my head. But timing is so important for strategy. not just in martial arts, not just in war, but in just about everything. Musashi's talking about swordplay and fighting, and timing and strategy cannot be mastered without a great deal of practice. And that is so true. That's why sparring and practice essential to become a good martial artist. And those with the best timing are probably those with the most time in the ring, most time on the training mat. So, very good lesson from Musashi there. Do one more and then we're going to stop for today. Humility must always be the portion of any man who receives acclaim earned in the blood of his followers and the sacrifices of his friends. Dwight D. Eisenhower. And I like that quote because humility is an important trait that all of us as martial artists and warriors should practice. And Eisenhower's quote, really hits it home. It must always be the portion of any man who receives acclaim earned in the blood of his followers and the sacrifices of his friends. Think about that. Not just in war, but if you're the CEO or owner of a company or business, you might get the acclaim for the successful business, but the workers, the people that put the boots on the ground and did the work to help that business grow, you have to have some humility because without them, probably wouldn't be where you are. So I really like that quote. Those are just a few passages this morning, some things for you to think about. Listen to this again if you want one of those quotes over so you can ponder it and maybe your daily meditation. Sammy Franco's book is full of great quotes. Warrior Wisdom by Sammy Franco. That's where I got all of those from. I appreciate all of you. Sign up for that newsletter. Make it a wonderful Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow.